Okay, there's some funny magic, and I have to put it in this category because this subject is actually kind of hilarious. Some of the pantheism of the West Nile Valley has been sort of like altered or a little bit, by name brand recognition stuff. As you know how it has a ring to something. Like why does Starbucks have the small is a tall, medium, and grande, venti, grande, and tall? And I was like thinking about they hit us with one NLP right there. Because you think about a tall. Does it sound like Atan? Like Ra Atan? Or like, what's another one? A pen. The Nobel Peace Prize. They say that they hand out a pen. But that is... or executive powers and all of this mystique around a pen. Somebody who can sign paper with a pen. But I think it's because it's funny because Akhenaten wanted to start a new priesthood of Ra without Apep. And the energy goes into this pen, into this magical, mysterious powers imbued in a pen. And that's like funny magic. It doesn't go like along with geometry and like stuff like that. But like, I think somebody's doing it on purpose. I think somebody's doing this shit on purpose. They put the clothing line with a slender cat, feline, that's called Baby Fat. And a cat is a symbol in the West Nile Valley that you see around temples and things, okay? But they get you to say like something that it has something to do with the fat of a baby being like pure or something like that. And it's like these clothing lines, like you wonder why, like sometimes I think that they have their own self-defeating principle built in. So it's like, I see why they didn't last that long or something like. Gala Games had to come out and say that the word gala didn't come from gala, like the gala of like the Mediterranean, Sparta and Crete, and like when they have the gala, and they said it didn't come from gala, the word gala, which is Gala, also spelled the same way. They said it was gala, which is something different. I'm inclined to just believe them. I'm inclined to believe them. I know it seems like PR, like they wanted to distance themselves from, because that's the Wicker Man. That's like, they were, the Spartans would replenish their ranks by kidnapping babies from the merchants, and then the merchant class, and then they would get them tougher by sending them to loot the merchants, and the merchants would beat them up, and they would get their training from, and their stick together from they would have to stick together because they were getting their asses kicked by the merchants. So, and it made them tough, and it made them a warrior class. Okay, but they were like selected, stolen by mutants. So it's like at one point a mutant class, and then they were all subject to homosexuality. So you could say that gay came from Gala, and I'm not trying to make a point. You got to correct the history. I'm not even doing that. I'm just saying maybe. Like, I'm not attached to the outcome of that being true or false. If you make me look like an ass, you make me look like an ass. If you want to say it's a word for happy, then, and you can pull up something that goes along with your arguments, then, I mean, I have to consider that too. Like, maybe there's both. Maybe I'm flat out wrong. Okay, I'm not attached to that outcome of that. But see, I just did the same thing that Gala Games did. Okay, whatever. But as far as like funny, what does the funny magic do? Like, what's the point of even realizing it too? Because it's funny because white girls didn't used to have big booties. They used to have no ass at all. Remember? Flat like a board. But now you go to Starbucks and you can order up a tall, or it's like something that they get the people to say it repeatedly over and over and over again. And the white girls' booties gets a little bit rounder and plump. It might be morphogenetic what's it called? Morphogenetic communication. Morphogenetic. Prokaryotic cells communicate morphogenetically. That's my little favorite thing to say. That's my favorite little insert. I always insert that little factoid. Prokaryotic cells grow in water. The universe is a prokaryotic cell, and you are a prokaryotic cell. My friend told me that. Doesn't mean that is not peer reviewed, okay? But because I mean, he's my peers, so it's been peer reviewed, and this is what we come up with. So you can look it up too. Just look up prokaryotic cells, and it'll tell you about how they communicate morphogenetically. Like sea monkeys or something like that. It's the sea monkeys. The water babies. Magical, funny stuff. It's funny, magical stuff. It's just a word for a problem that I don't know. That's what magic is. And then I guess these arguments has to reach Christology. Like, have to be they have to culminate as arguments, and then you see the Christology. So of what I'm saying, of my arguments. And that would be helping you to understand, so it's not magic anymore. Yeah. Because, I mean, it's only magic if it's a problem for a word you don't know, kind of thing. I understand Olmec is another one, because that's not the name that the that they called themselves. You know how they said that there was they find traces of a unknown, highly technological, sophisticated society in the Yucatan. It's an unknown. It's they call it Olmec, like or same thing like so magic, Olmec, and I think there's one more word for a problem that's something we didn't know too. I can't remember right now. Doesn't mean that there's three. It just means there's one more that I don't remember. Oh, fuck. That would be cool if I did.